Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're doing great. So, I wanted to cover a topic that many people want to know about, and it's one of the most asked questions in the aquarium hobby, and that is how to cycle your aquarium faster. We all been there, we don't want to wait 1 month or 2 months for your tank to cycle, and we're always looking for ways to cycle it faster. However, you guys should note before we start, there's no type of instant cycle you can do. Every aquarium needs to be cycled no matter what you do, but there are ways where you can cycle your aquarium much faster in 1 week. So before I start, remember you have to keep these points in mind and do it at your own risk. It is always better to cycle your tank for longer, so there's absolute good amount of beneficial bacteria to support your tank. Now, the first method which you can use to cycle your aquarium, the fastest method I must say, is using used filter media or used sponge filter. Now all you have to do is take, or if you don't have one at home, a used sponge filter that is established, then go to your closest aquarium store, borrow some used filter media or a used sponge filter and put it in your tank and cycle it along with your new filter. So once the bacteria is established, it will actively eat up the nitrates. Now this is the fastest way because you're putting in a good established filter in your tank, which straight away starts converting the ammonia to nitrite and then to nitrate. But remember, if you don't have an active soil, or it won't produce ammonia, so you have to either feed your tank with ammonia. I wouldn't recommend going with a life cycle, but if you have to do it, you have to do it. Try to introduce some form of ammonia, maybe some food or whatever, to get the cycle going. Once it gets going, so the beneficial bacteria have things to eat up and survive, that is the fastest way to cycle it. Now the next way to do it is used items in your tank. Basically, in old tank, it can be rocks, it can be plants. Just remember guys, whatever objects or aquarium items you have in your tank, and if they have surface area, they will have beneficial bacteria on them. Now in this method, you'll have to more or less put a lot of, let's say, plants for example, for to make an immediate impact. If not, it won't really cause an immediate impact. But what I feel best is things like lava rocks, etc. has been soaking in your tank. I mean, like, beer is in your tank for a really long time. It contains tons of good bacteria. So if you use these type of things, or maybe a nice porous rock you have in your aquarium and you shift it in a new aquarium, it will really speed up the cycle faster. So that is number 2. So number 3 is my last point, and is also a helpful point. Now many of you know this, and you guys try to induce living bacteria into your tank, straight into your tank, but many people make the mistake of not feeding these colonies of bacteria introducing in your tank. So that would be an issue. So ensure that when you use these products and introduce good bacteria into your tank and dose it every day, make sure your tank is supplemented with it to cycle faster and avoid 4-month cyclings, and really speed up your cycling process. Make sure you feed your live bacteria with ammonia. If you don't have that going in your tank, your bacteria is just going to die, and it's just going to you'll have to recycle it, keep recycling it. So make sure you do it right. If you don't do it right, you're going to have to wait longer. So ensure you maybe get a good brand of beneficial bacteria to introduce in your tank. Dose it above the recommended amount. I would suggest it doesn't cause any harm to your tank. Don't overdose, of course. Dose it the right amount. because if you overdose, then a lot of the bacteria is going to die. There's not enough ammonia to keep up with it. But generally, when you start a new tank, there's going to be a ammonia overload. So it all depends really. So a safe limit would be meet in the middle or little above, you know, so you won't fall flat either ways. So that is my third point. It will really help you guys, and if you combine all these, you can with use filter media or a sponge filter. Use sponge filter, you can speed up the process to about 1 week, if not 2 weeks. This is the fastest way to do it. Other than that, if you don't use these methods, your aquarium could take up to 1 to 4 months to cycle. A really well-established aquarium takes at least around 6 months to cycle, which makes it really healthy. And this comprises of everything: the plants, the soil that holds it, the filter that holds it. All surface area in your tank is covered with this beneficial bacteria, which in return creates a symbiotic relationship in your tank and helps out your cycle process in the long run, and it keeps your tank on top of its game. So thank you guys for watching. Remember, subscribe. I'm going to be putting more videos out, educational videos, and the whole purpose is to share my experience with you guys. So cheers, adios people.